Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Guys, yesterday class we done some basic demo. Today class we'll start the applications directly. Yeah. So an advanced Java means yesterday class I shown you syllabus, right? Tell me guys what the class notes yesterday I shared using like protectedtest.com slash. What I shared guys, servlets 10, right? Because in advanced Java we are starting with the servlets concept. So this is the class notes what we done yesterday. So Java is a password. Yeah, this is the day one notes, guys. In the day one we discussed advanced Java syllabus and what are the content we are going to see. And using advanced Java, what kind of applications you can design. Okay, see these points yesterday class we done. In advanced Java, we will get the servlets, JSP, JSTL, expression language, and Jdbc. Right? And we'll discuss the databases like two databases, Oracle database and MySQL database, guys. Oracle database and what? MySQL database. And the tools like Maven tool and Git tool. UI technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And IDs like Eclipse ID, VSC ID, integer ID, right? Using advanced Java, guys, we will build up one web application. Yeah, we will build one web application using this, above is all the technologies, guys. Above is all the things. Okay, good. Yes, this course complete material will be provided, workspace, interview courses will be provided. Course duration like 2 months, the class timing is like 10:30 to 11:30. Every day you will get the recorded session after your mail. Every day you will get the recorded session to your mail ID, guys. Okay, every day you get the recorded session to your mail ID. Because using advanced Java, you can design what kind of applications, guys? Because using advanced Java. Today second class, sir. Yes, today second class. Dinesh, I think you actually attended, right? Today's first class, sir. Dinesh, today is the first class for you. Today is the first class, sir. Yeah, Dinesh. Yesterday class, just we discussed these are the points, sir.
Yeah,
And
hi sir. I'm also first class student.
yeah. The guys who are the first classes,
Okay.
yesterday class we done these points. Just I'm explaining this point, just you can check that points. And if you need yesterday class recorded session is there, I will share you the recorded session of yesterday class. You can check the recorded session once. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is advanced of syllabus, what we are going to teach. Servlets on JSP, JSL expression language, and databases like MySQL and Oracle database. Tools like a Maven tool and Git tool. UI technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. IDs like Eclipse ID, VSC ID, integer ID. Okay. We will build one web application, guys, using these all the technologies. Okay. And using complete material will be provided in this course. Workspace will be provided. Interview questions will be provided. The course duration like 2 months, guys. The class will be the 10:30 to what? 11:30 is the class timing, right? Okay, good. Every day after the class, you will get the recorded session to your mail ID. Because once if you complete the payment, every day you will get the recorded session to your mail ID, right? Exactly. Because advanced Java use it to build the web applications. Advanced Java basically for web application point, right? Yeah. Sir, standalone applications, which you take now CoreJava. CoreJava user for the standalone applications. The statement is clear, right? CoreJava user for the standard applications. So web applications are client server based applications, guys. Web applications means client server based applications. The web application follows like 3-tier architecture: client tier, server tier, and what? Database tier. Client means what, guys? Browser, right? Who sends the request and take the request, take the response. Because if you take the web application, you can take the Facebook. Web application architecture, you can take the Facebook. We are sending the request to the Facebook, right? We are sending the request to the Facebook, and Facebook will take our request, take our request, process our request. After processing, they will give the response, right? Yes, after processing, they will give what response, right? Exactly. Facebook is like the Facebook like one of the web application like that. Okay, fine. Yes, web application follows like a 3-tier architecture: client tier, server tier, and what? Database tier is there. Client means what? Who sends the request and who take the response is called client. Client side, we have the login pages, registration pages, right? Updation pages. So we are sending the request means what? By entering the login details, right? So the technologies are used to write the programming at client side. The technologies are used to write the programming at client side are called client side technologies. Example HTML, CSS, and JavaScript Angular, right? Exactly. Because what are the server side technology? The server contains the project. Server contains the project, guys, takes the request from the client, process the request, render the response back to the server, right? Browser, right? Yeah, it means like no. Server contains the project, guys. Server takes the request from the client, process the request, generate the response, render the response back to the browser, right? Exactly. Generally, in the real time, what the servers we will use? Tomcat server, Glassfish server, WebLogic server, and WebSphere server, right? Exactly. Because technologies are used to write the programming at server side. Okay, Servlets and JSP are the technologies we will write the programming at server side. Right? So write the programming at what server side, right? Exactly. Because database is used to store the data. Database is used to store the data. So we understood what is a client, what is a server, what is a database. Client means who sends the request, take the response. Server means server takes the request, process the request. Server means takes the request and what? Process the request, generate the response back to the client. The database means what? Use it to store the data. Use it to store the data, right? The state statements are clear. Good. Sir, what is the responsible servlets? Okay, servlets are used to write the programming at server side. The servlets are used to write the programming at what? Server side. Even JSP is also used to write the programming at server side. Guys, write the programming at what? Server side, right? Okay, servlets and JSP write the programming at server side. What about JDBC? Okay, servlets, JSP, JSTL expression language, guys. These three are the combination. Because in the JSP files, we can write the JSP code, JSTL code, expression language code. Don't think like these are three different, different files, guys. In the JSP coding, we can write the JSP data and we can write the JSTL code and we can write the expression language code. Yes, the statement is clear, right? Yeah, so Servlets and JSP are the server side technologies to write the programming at server side. Yes, write the programming at what? Server side. What are the purpose JDBC, sir? Okay, server side, observe, this is at server side, right? Here we are writing the code at servlets concept or JSP concept. Okay. Because what the server will do, server will take the request from the client, process the request. After processing the request, guys, I want to store some resultant data in the database. I want to store some username and password in the database. To store the data in the database, servlets cannot interact with what database, right? There's always you need to get the clarity about this diagram. Only this diagram is a application, guys. That's it. Servlets and JSP code, what we will write at server side, just we will read the data from the client, right? We will read the data from the client. Tell me, guys. After reading the data from the client, what we will do? I want to store the resultant data in the database. But servlets and JSPs cannot interact with the database directly. Then what we will do? Servlets are interacting with JDBC. The JDBC can interact with what database, right? Yes, see, servlets or Java application cannot connect to the directly database. That's why we're using some API that is called JDBC API, guys. The JDBC is providing some set of classes and interfaces to connect with the database. The JDBC is providing set of class and interfaces to work with what? To work with the database, right? Exactly. To work with the database, guys. So finally, we understood that, okay, web application contains the client to server database architecture. So we are discussing advanced Java means advanced will discuss servlets and JSP concept, servlet, JSP, JSTL. The servlets and JSP to write the programming at server side. It means my servlet responsibility is what? Always it has to read the data from the client, username, passwords. Guys, read the data from the client, process the data. After processing the data, give the response back to the client. Okay. And servlets, if you want to store some data into the database, servlets API directly cannot enter the database. That's what we're using here, JDBC API to connect to the database. Yes or no? At server side, if you want to store the data into the database, servlets cannot interact with the database directly. That's what you can do. JDBC API to provide the connection to database, right? Guys, you got the clarity about these points, right? Please respond. Guys, servlets and JSP to write the programming at server side. They can read the data from the client side. They can process the data. After processing, if they want store any data in database, servlets cannot interact with the database directly. That's what JDBC technology we are using. Are it clear, right? Yeah. See guys, yeah. Servlets are used to write the programming at server side. JSP, JSTL expression language. Guys, these three, it's not separate things. In the JSP file, guys, in JSP file, we can write the code like, guys, in the JSP file, we can write the code like JSP code we can write, and JSTL code we can write, and expression language code we can write, HTML code we can write. So this code we can write in the JSP files. Guys, that's what these three things are same. JSP, JSTL, expression language. These three syntaxes we will use inside the JSP files. Guys, these three syntaxes we will use inside the JSP, right? Yeah. Sir, what is MVC Servlets control in yes, exactly. It's MVC design pattern. Okay, it's like MVC only. Guys, if we understood this point, guys, servlets and JSP code, servlets and JSP to write the programming at server side. Guys, if you understood this point, understand the examples are very simple. Servlets and JSPs are used to write the programming at server side, but servlets and JSP not directly contact with the database, So we will use the JDBC API. We will use the JDBC API. Tell me guys, we will use the JDBC API to connect the Java application to database. The statement is clear, right? So we will use the JDBC API to connect the Java application to what? Database, right? Exactly. Guys, are it clear now? Guys, any doubts about these 3 points? Tell me. Servlets on JSP and JDBC. JSTL and expression language are not separate things. Where we can write the code at what? Servlet JSP itself, right? Exactly. Guys, see, so finally we decided we need to write the one application about the servlets. Guys, to write the programming at servlets, to write the servlets application, guys, servlet API. What's the purpose of servlets? Tell me, guys. Servlets are used to, tell me, guys. Servlets are used to write the programming at, tell me, guys, write the programming at what? Client side, server side?
The server side.
Yeah, servlets are used to write the servlets API. Servlets are used to write the programming at what? Server side, right? Exactly. So clear now. Otherwise, you can say servlet is an object executed at server side. Yeah, servlets are executed at client side or server side. Servlet is an object executed at what? Server side, right? Exactly. Because if you want some this kind of information, guys, initial basic starting classes, servlet just you can take the API, servlets wiki answers you can see. Servlet wiki programming, guys, where you can get some information, clear information you will get. Getting the knowledge is important, guys. Where we are checking is not important. Okay, think like that. So even some cases, my juniors will give the explanation by manager. My manager will give the explanation to junior. That depends. Okay, even fresher is having the most skills and compared to manager. That's happen. It's not a problem. You try to get the subject. That's it. Get the knowledge. That is important. Yes, yes or no? Yes. Recently, we are calling as the servlets are renamed to Jakarta servlet, guys. So Jakarta servlet, formerly Java servlet. Okay, that explains the capabilities of the server. Yes, previously this concept is called what? Servlets, guys, but now it is renamed to Jakarta servlets. A Jakarta servlet formerly Java servlet, right? Is a Java software component, guys, that extends the capabilities of the server. It's saying that, going with server side capabilities, right? Guys, see guys, what the servlets will do? The servlets can respond to many type of requests. Guys, the servlet can respond to what? Many type of requests, right? Yeah, servlets can respond to any type of request, guys. So you guys say Jakarta servlet is formally stored as Java stores a Java class. Commonly Jakarta servlet API is there. Yes,
So why
previous
this Jakarta is
they are
Jakarta?
renamed when they take the Oracle. Now it is from Oracle Corporation, right? Yeah, they are taking like developers Eclipse Foundation. Sorry, Eclipse Foundation. Later they are making like Jakarta servlet. When they took this one, they making like Jakarta servlet. They renamed it. Servlets could principally communicate the client server protocol, guys. Servlets could in principle communicate over the client server architecture. Yeah. Software developer may use servlet dynamic content, guys. Web server using Java platform, right? Exactly. Finally, we understood that Jakarta servlet have some extent be suspended by the two standard Java technologies of web services. Okay, fine. This is a Jakarta RESTful, guys. Going for like RESTful concepts. Okay, fine. Because the servlets are belong to which technology? JWA, right? Okay, the servlets are belongs to JWA technology. That's what is giving like this all information. Yeah, see guys, this is the point that very important point for us. Yeah, so what is a servlet is object that receives a request with this is very important, right? Servlet is object receives the request and generate the response based on the request. Receive the request from client and generate the response based on the request, right? Exactly.
Sir,
You tell me.
a servlet is an object of which class?
Servlet is object means actually to make the servlets, we need to take the login servlet is there, right? Login servlet which implements a servlet interface. Generally, this is calling it a servlet object. Okay, this is a servlet object.
This is a login servlet class which is
Generally,
implementing the servlet interface.
then this is called login servlet object, right?
Okay.
So generally, technically speaking, that is an object, servlet object, right? Application point of view, maybe we have the login servlet, update servlet, registration servlet, multiple servlets, right? Generally, we are calling it this is servlet object, right? Like that you need to think. Servlet
Hi,
object.
sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, what is meant by API?
So API means it's a completely like which contains more class and interfaces. So
Okay.
Java API,
See,
right?
if we learn that Jdbc means inbuilt they built right
Yeah.
some API center.
No. See, the different meaning you will get as regarding API. You are talking about inbuilt design means that is called the services APIs. Using REST calls, SOAP calls, you are making API, right? That is web services APIs. Here, the meaning of API is like application programming interface where we can define all the class and interface of corresponding data. Jdbc API means Jdbc multiple class and interfaces. Servlet API means servlet contains multiple class and interfaces. Okay.
So these completely advanced Java is API based.
Yeah.
Jdbc API.
Jdbc.
Servlets.
Yeah. You understood the API meaning, right? Servlet API means servlet class and interfaces. That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but one more definition of API is what? It will consume the services, produce the services, right? Consumer produce. That is the using REST calls, SOAP calls. We are doing those APIs.
Yeah. Okay.
Get services, post services implementing, right? That is a different thing.
Yeah.
Here the API means Servlet API means Servlet contains a group of class and interfaces, right? That is comes under API.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, it is clear now.
Hello, sir.
Tell me.
So just one thing, sir. Here, just I understand like MVC model. It means JSP is a model.
View part.
View part, and servlet is controller.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Then it's okay. And MVC and model is the data.
Data is a model data. Setter and getter methods we have the data.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
That's finally we understood. Servlet is object that receives the request from the client and general response based on the request, right? Yeah. So finally we decided your servlets are present at client side, server side. Your servlets are present at what? Server side, right? Yeah. So now these are recently renamed as a Jakarta servlet, right? Renamed as what? Jakarta servlet, guys. Okay, good. Guys, the basic package is define the Java object representing like, guys, in that servlets, guys, CoreJava contains how many packages? Any idea? Yes, CoreJava contains predefined.
11 or 12.
The CoreJava contains like almost JTSC contains 14 packages, guys.
Yeah, around that.
Java.lang package, Java.io package, util package, like that Java contains like 14 packages. Okay, the servlet predefined, can you tell me what does it mean by API? Servlet API. API is just like it contains complete information. API, application programming interface. Okay, it contains what? It contains the group of classes and interfaces to build server side applications, to build web application. This is one point regarding API. Servlet API means what? Servlet API means servlet, it contains the group of classes and interfaces to build what? Servlet applications. So the point is clear, right? Yeah, it contains the group of class interfaces to build applications, right? To build the applications, exactly. Are you clear, man? Yeah, sir. What is the tiers? Tiers in the sense like client, server, and database, right? 3 tiers.
Sir, you are not audible.
Guys, can you hear me? Yeah, correct. Yeah, clients, this is like architecture. So 3-tier architecture. 3-tier architecture means this is the data. So we have the client, we have the server, and we have the database. Like every separate part is called one tier. Client tier, server tier, and database tier. Client tier, server tier, database tier. Good. Yes, like JDS CoreJava, the CoreJava contains like contains predefined packages. Predefined packages. How many predefined packages means? Tell me, guys. CoreJava contains how many predefined packages? Like
14.
total 14 packages. How many packages, guys? Yeah, 14 packages. Examples like java.io package, java.util package.
And 2 are already imported.
Java.io package, util package, lang
Java.lang.
package, Java.awt package, multiple packages are there. Out of these all packages, what is the default package means? Java.lang is a default package. Only one is a default package. Guys, out of these all packages, how many packages are default packages, guys? The default, guys, can you hear me? The default package in Java is java.lang. Guys, what is the meaning of default package?
We don't have to import it.
We
to
don't need
use
to only java.lang is a default package. That's it. Remaining 13 packages we need to import manually. Scanner is a class. Venkata Praveen. Scanner is a class. Yeah, you can build application to one tier. Yeah, we can do standard applications one tier. So everything is in one machine, right? 3-tier architecture means like three machines actually. Client is there in one machine, server is there in one machine, database is there in one machine. Like 1 or 2 1-tier architecture means what? Everything is there in one machine, right? Nothing but standalone applications. Standalone applications follows like 1-tier architecture, right? Because everything is there in the single machine, like a client, server, and database. Everything is like one machine, right? Are you clear, man? Yeah, 2-tier architecture means maybe client is there in one machine, database and the server is there in one machine. 3-tier architecture means what? Client, server, database is the database are present in what? 3 different machines, right? 3 different machines. NNACH, are you clear? Yeah, got it. Yeah, that's three-tier. Generally, this is a three-tier architecture we follow. Guys, servlets predefined support. Yeah, servlets predefined support. Only one package is there actually. Guys, the package Java X.Servlet HTTP is there. Fine. This is like HTTP specific class subclasses, guys. Only HTTP specific subclasses. Because the servlets predefined support, the servlet predefined support in the form of what package? A package name is like Java X.Servlet package. But HTTP related information present in what? The package Java X.Servlet HTTP defines the HTTP specific subclasses. Like to handle the HTTP request. So what is HTTP request? I'll tell you. To handle the HTTP request, we are going for the Java X.Servlet HTTP package. Okay, and one more package is there to handle the annotations. Java X.Servlet annotation is there. Java X.Servlet what annotation, right? Annotation package is there. Guys, here the servlet predefined support in the form of the packages. What the packages, guys? Here Java X.Servlet package, Java X.Servlet HTTP package, Java X.Servlet what annotation package. Okay, exactly, guys. Very clear now. Good. Yes, but see, if you generally speaking, if you know CoreJava, bit perfect. Yes, here these are three packages, only one package. Yes, the guys who knows CoreJava, they can tell the
Sir,
concept here.
one package java.servlet in that's there is sub package HTTP and annotation.
Exactly. So Java X.Servlet is a one package only. HTTP Servlet is a sub package of Java X.Servlet package. If you talk like that, CoreJava, Java.lang is a main package. Java.lang contains almost all 6-7 sub packages. Java.lang is there, Java.lang.reflect is there, Java.lang.what annotation is there, Java.lang.what ref is there. Like almost all 7-8 sub packages are there, right? Yeah, so the servlets predefined support in the form of the packages, Java X.Servlet package, HTTP package, Java X.Servlet annotation package, right? Exactly. Okay, the first package, guys, Java X.Servlet package contains normal request, defines HTTP specific HTTP subclasses, handling water, handling normal request, HTTP request, guys. HTTP request and response. Okay, and yeah, okay, handling HTTP request and response. Very good. Guys, handling HTTP request and what response, right? Exactly.
Sir, the HTTP request will be handled by Java X.Servlet.HTTP or only servlet?
Guys, can you hear me? What happened? Yeah, 1 second. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now audible.
Good. Guys, Java package, Java X.Servlet defines what? Java X.Servlet package is defines normal request, not HTTP request, guys. Defines normal defines like Yeah, handling like no normal request and response concepts, guys. The Java X.Servlet package contains the classes and what interfaces handling normal request and what response data. Because handling normal request and response data, Java X.Servlet package dot HTTP defines HTTP subclasses handling the HTTP response request and response data. Okay, Java X.Servlet package handling like normal request and response. HTTP package handling like HTTP related information. Java X.Servlet is handling like contains the annotations part, right? Guys defines like yeah, guys annotation package contains like contains the annotations. Guys, are you clear now? These are three packages. The servlet predefined support in the form of the packages, guys. These are the packages, right? Exactly. So Java X.Servlet package contains the classes, interfaces handling normal request and response. HTTP package handling HTTP related information, and the annotation package contains the annotation information, right? Exactly. Is it clear now? This is like Servlet API we are discussing, guys. So this is the best point, guys. Servlet is object that receives the request from the client and generate the response based on the request. Initially, it is like Servlet's concept. Now it is renamed to Jakarta Servlet. Servlet is object used to write the programming at server side. Otherwise, Servlet is object executed server side. Sorry, executed server side. Okay, good. That is the points regarding Servlet, guys. So finally, we understood that Servlet's like to write the programming at server side means first of all in your system you need to install the server, guys. You need to install server, right? Exactly. Does anyone in the class can you please install the server in your system? Okay, can you please install the server in your system? I will show you the process. Can you please go through that process? Okay, you can go through that process, guys. Okay, good. Guys, let me go with the Tomcat server initially. Just you can go to the Google, ask the Google Tomcat download. Guys, Tomcat download. Just you can type the Tomcat download, right? Exactly. Yes, if you click on Tomcat download, yeah, Tomcat download, you'll get the official website. In this website, guys. Has anyone try to open this website? In my system already Tomcat is there. That's what, guys. You try to install it. I'll give the guidance. Everyone, guys, the present version of Tomcat is a Tomcat 10, guys. So in my system Tomcat 9 is there. So better to go with the Tomcat 9. It's not a problem. Tomcat
Sir,
9.
how to check whether the system has Tomcat or not?
You can check the program files now. Local disk C, local disk C, program files, Apache Foundation. You can see Apache Software Foundation. C program files Apache. Okay, good. Because you try to
Yeah, sir, I have Tomcat 9.
In the Tomcat 9 Apache Software Foundation. Once if you open, you get the Tomcat 9, right? Here you get these folders, right? Are you able to see all the folders?
Yes, sir.
Then you'll be fine. If anyone can please download like Tomcat 9. Just click on the Tomcat 9, guys. Just to come down here. You need to download like 32-bit or 64-bit service installer. Guys, to run the servlets, guys, to run the servlets, first of all in your system, servlet container required. We need a server, right? Guys, to run the servlets, to run the servlet, we need what? We need server, right? Exactly. Guys, download and install the server today. Install the server. Okay. Guys, downloading means this is the website we can check. Yeah, we need to go for the website. You need to check. Yeah, this is like Tomcat, Apache Tomcat for the download, right? For the Mac, you can directly download zip files. Okay, it's not a problem. You can make it a zip file check everything. Tomcat download for Mac. Tomcat download for the Mac. Tomcat native download. Yeah, so here you can see. Tomcat 9th version if you select. Tomcat 9th version. You can download the zip file better, no problem. So here Windows Service Installer is there. Yeah, we can download the zip file, no problem. Okay, this is the zip is there. We can go with the zip file. Okay, we can go with the zip file. Good. Because here, this is the website, guys. In this website, you need to download this one, right? Has anyone done the downloading process? Has anyone done the downloading process? Guys, please respond. Anyone is completed downloading process? Yes, exactly. Guys, please respond. Anyone done the downloading process?
Sir, I have already installed the Tomcat, but how to check on which port it is?
I will tell you that process, but if anyone guide, please tell me. Yes, I have already. Yes. Ritu Singh, did you install that? You want how to install now? I had Tomcat, sir. Okay. NNACH, you guys just know how many guys have downloaded it. You are ready to install. So that I'll guide you the Tomcat, sir. Okay, fine. Ritu Singh, just now you downloaded, huh? Karan Sharma already installed.
Yes, sir. Just now I downloaded.
Ritu Sharma, just now if you downloaded it, do one thing. Just you can start, open the exe file. Open the exe file. Click on exe file, installation file. Click on tomcat.exe file. Okay. Then what it is asking Ritu Sharma, please tell me. If you click on exe file, what it is asking? Tell me, so if you go for the downloads, if you go for the Tomcat, actually you can see the file like this in downloads. Yeah, so Tomcat. Guys, once if the downloading is completed properly, we can see the exe file, right, Ritu? Softwares you can see the software side, we can see like there is a Java software folder is there. Yeah, Java softwares. As we can see the exe file, Tomcat exe file like this. This is a Tomcat exe file, right? Okay, just double click on this exe file. Double click on this exe file. Once if you double click on this exe file, guys, tell me if you double click on this exe file. Otherwise, do one thing is let me reinstall the Tomcat once in my system itself, so that I will get the good processing. Guys, to do the installation process, let me uninstall the Tomcat once. Let me uninstall the Tomcat. Okay, uninstall the Tomcat. Just you can go to the control panel. Control panel, uninstall a program, uninstall a program. Yes, once if it is uninstalled, yeah, so the Tomcat is there. Yeah, Tomcat 9.0. Just let me uninstall it once. Okay, so today try to please install today, if possible now itself. Yes, otherwise just I'll guide you just why again time waste process. Just let me guide you. I will do how to install this one. How to install this one. Okay, so while installation, first step it is asking like while installation, click on tomcat.exe file, guys. Here the first step we need to check. In the first window, guys, maybe you'll get the two checkboxes. Two checkboxes, like host manager and examples. Host manager and examples. Click on the checkboxes, guys. Host manager examples. Click on the two checkboxes. Click on the two checkboxes two checkboxes, host manager and examples. Because by default, the above checkboxes are unchecked mode. Guys, by default, the above checkboxes are unchecked, right? Unchecked mode. Guys, can you please check the checkboxes, host manager and example? That's the first case, guys. Very clear now. First case, we need to check the checkboxes like host manager and examples. The first step. And second step, what we need to do, like after click on checkboxes, click on next button, guys, so you can get the port numbers. So in that port number window, we will get the AGV port number, HDD port number, shutdown port number, multiple port numbers you will get that. Because we need to change the HDD port number. Change the HDD port number to any 4-digit number. Guys, by default HTTP port is taking 8080. So change the port number to any 4 digits. Sir, why we need to change the port number, sir? Because 8080 port already, if in your system Oracle is there, Oracle is running on 8080 port. Guys, Oracle is running under 8080 port, right? That's what we need to change the port number, guys. Only this port number need to change. And next one is what? Just you can give the username and what? The password. That's it, guys. Because while deploying the application to server or while connecting with the server, then this username password we need to enter. Because you can give any username password, it's not a problem. But generally standard password, username password, they are giving like Tomcat and Tomcat. That's it. There's only two things, guys. One is like check the two checkboxes, host manager and example. Yes, host manager example. By default, these checkboxes are unchecked mode. We need to check these two checkboxes. And just to change the port number. So the port number by default taking 8080. So change the port number to any 4-digit number. Yeah. So HTTP port like 9999. Take like that. Any 4-digit number. Any 4-digit number, right? Exactly. Guys, with that your installation process completed, guys. Once the installation process completed, tell me, guys, once the installation process completed, the folder location. Once the installation process completed, the folder location. Guys, tell me, once the installation process completed, by default it goes to which location? Guys, by default it goes to which location? Local disk C, right? Local disk C, program files, Apache Foundation, Tomcat 9.0. That this is the location. Okay. Guys, the Tomcat contains 7 folders, guys. So Tomcat contains how many folders here? 7 folders are there. Sir, what are the 7 folders? Give me some brief explanation about the 7 folders. The first folder is what, guys? Bin folder. Guys, parallelly, guys, please check the points. Okay. I hope you guys are doing the parallel work. First folder is the bin folder. You can see, guys, the bin folder contains the binary executables to start and stop the server. Because bin folder contains what? Binary executables to start and stop the server. So it contains what? It contains binary executables to start and stop the server, right? Exactly. Guys, it contains the binary executables to start and stop the server. Guys, that's what, guys. Let me open the bin folder. Here, Tomcat 9, are you able to see, right? Because parallel, you guys also try to open this one, Tomcat 9. You try to open this one. Once if you open this one, just click on yes. It's asking like, it's showing like, the server startup in so and so milliseconds. Yeah, server startup, maybe it is taking a bit time. My system bit slow today. Yes, in your system, it won't take this much time, guys. No problem. Yeah, so guys, make sure that server started so and so milliseconds you will get by default. Yeah, server startup in so and so milliseconds, so that you can decide that server started properly. Yeah, see, guys. Server startup in 9,683 milliseconds, right? Exactly. Yeah, this is like milliseconds, right? Yeah. Because by default here itself, we can find somewhere port number. You can see NIO port number you will get. Are you able to see any port number here? No, not this much. Sir, you can explain how to set up Tomcat in Linux, sir. Chakravarti, just you download the ex zip file because we no need to configure. In Linux, just we have the command, right? You try in Google how to install the Tomcat in Linux. You will get the command, the sudo command you'll get. You try to install it. If not, I'll explain to them tomorrow. Okay, if not, I'll help you tomorrow. Guys, this is startup like so on for milliseconds, guys. Actually, here we need to get that port number. Application directory has finished in 133. You guys are able to see any port number? No, no. Okay, let me check once. Maybe we'll get the file. Init method we got. Yes. No, guys, in your system directly in the starting at the last server startup on so on some milliseconds, right? There itself we can find the port number. But in my server we have multiple applications, right? That's what, guys, it's showing some issue. Yeah, actually here itself we need to stop. Here itself server started, guys. See, this is error actually because one of my application contains error. Because actually here you can find HTTP port number NIO 9999. This message you will get at the end of the data only. Okay, this is the port number, guys. Anyone is started the server, new system? Anyone is started the server? Yes, if anyone is started the server, it's
Sir, I started that application you told, the Tomcat 9, and this black window opened, and after some time it automatically closed.
Then we need to reinstall the software. It's like crashed. We need to uninstall the Tomcat, go for the installation of exe file, download the exe file, try to install the Tomcat again. Okay, yeah. Guys, here you get the port number 999, right? Just if a server started properly, just you can type the URL, guys, http:/. Otherwise, simply can type like localhost : 9999. Yes, localhost : 9999. If server is started properly, so that we can connect with that server. Once if you are connecting with the server, we will get the server console here. Guys, once if you connected with the server, you will get the server console, right? Guys, once if you connected the server, then you will get the server console here. Guys, once if you get this console, then you can decide that you are connected with the server.
I got this console.
Once if you got this console, yeah. Okay, the first of all is what it contains byAnjireddy executable to start and stop the server, right? Okay, start the server, connect to server, start the server, then connect to server from the client, connect to server from the client using URL. What is the URL, guys? This is the URL. Okay. Once we connect the server, once we connect to server, we will get, okay, what will we get, guys? We will get what? Tomcat web page, right? Tomcat web page. Because once if we connected properly, we will get a Tomcat web page, right? Exactly. Yeah, the statement is clear. So up to now we can check it once. Yes, in the web page, sir, this is my Tomcat server. You're saying very good, but here, where is my applications here? Because in Tomcat, what are the applications you deployed? Because in Tomcat, whatever the applications you deployed, that we can see in manage app, right? That we can see in manage app. Because the deployed applications in Tomcat. Okay, to deploy the applications into Tomcat, click on what? Click on host manager. Guys, click on what? Host manager, right? I think here, sorry, manage app is there. Sorry. So click on what? Manage app, guys. If we click on manage RPP, then it's asking username password. Okay, so click on manage RPP, it will ask username password, right? It will ask Tomcat username password. Because at the time of initialization, we given the username password, right? We need to give that username password here. The statement is clear. Yeah. Yes, to deploy the application into the Tomcat, click on the manage RPP. It will ask the Tomcat username and password, right? Yeah. Let me give the username password, guys. Username is Tomcat. Password is also Tomcat. Just click on sign in button. Okay. Whatever the previously I deployed applications, I can see these are the list of applications, guys. What is the running status? Okay. So these are the stop the server, reload the application, undeploy the application. These are all the previous applications. If I click on this application, you will get a registration form, right? The corresponding application you will get it. No, sir, I want to deploy the application means in the below we have the option like deploy. Choose the WAR file, select the WAR file to upload, deploy, right? Select the WAR file to select the WAR file to upload, deploy, we need to click. The statement is clear.
Hello, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, till now I haven't deployed any application.
Then we'll get
in-
some only examples folder, right? Maybe.
So I'm still getting the list, demo project, web application 1, YouTube.
That is by default applications given by Tomcat server.
Okay.
Build applications. Okay, but you can see in the below deploy option, right? So that in the future, if you want to deploy the applications, you can go for the deploy option, right?
Sir, what is this var file?
WAR file, because see, but the application contains like HTML files, CSS files, JavaScript files, these are all the files, right?
Yeah,
That's
this is
all,
for the
guys.
front end.
No, web application means what? Which contains both the front end and back end. Everything is comes under web
Yes, sir.
application, right? It means web application contains what? Java code, JSP code, Jdbc code, images, like one resource or multiple resources. Web application contains one resource or multiple resources.
Multiple resources.
Those all the resources you can make it as a zip file. That zip file is called WAR file.
All the resources, including the front end and the back end.
Complete web application, web archive file. Web archive file is what? Complete web application files. So to design application, what are the files we are using? We can archive that file is called web archive file. So that the web archive file.
What is the full form of this var? Web archive.
Web archive.
Okay.
Okay.
It is
so,
just like a zip folder of
exactly.
whole project.
Exactly. Once if you complete the project, make the whole project as a zip file. That is called web archive file. Nothing but WAR file. So that we can deploy that WAR file into the server.
So server is smart enough to identify the front end and the back end file and
Exactly.
okay.
Because the server can extract that WAR file, they can take that corresponding data what they required. Okay.
Sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, if it is possible, sir, kindly read. Can you please show us that particular process for installing server and all that, if it is possible by tomorrow?
Sorry, Rathod.
This I'm talking about this servlet. That server that you told you need to be download this server and we need to be install it. Sir, can you please, if it is possible from your side, can you please one demo you could, can you able to show?
I shown right what you are doing in the class. I shown just I shared the link, right? Did you check that link?
Sir, as of now I'm on my mobile, so that was I.
Then then you need in laptop. Now you are in the laptop.
No, sir.
Then
As of now, attending this session by my mobile.
Tomorrow you can take the laptop, connect to the laptop. Tomorrow after the class, we will install the Tomcat in your system. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, that will be better. Sir, getting invalid username and password, sir. Madhuswami. Getting invalid username password means you enter the username password wrong. Because actually to get the username passwords in the Tomcat, one more folder is there, config folder is there. Because if anyone is forgot the username passwords, in the config folder, if you open, Madhuswami, can you please open the config folder? Bin folder we completed, guys. Config folder is the second folder. Here tomcat-user.xml file is there. You try to open this XML file, Matswami. If you open this XML file, here we can see Tomcat username password. So in my system, I given the Tomcat username password is what? Tomcat and Tomcat, right? Matswami, just you can check your side. What is the username password you given? You try that. Okay. So which contain Tomcat folder, config folder contains what? It contains what? Configuration details of the server, right? Exactly. Madhuswami is working. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, it contains the it contains like configuration details server, guys. To check the username and password. Username and what a password. We need to go for like tomcat-users.xml file. No, sir, I forgot the port number. Because if you forgot the port number, we have the file like server.xml file. Server.xml file, if you open the edit plus, here we have the shutdown port is there. Multiple ports are there, guys. But we need to focus on HDB port. Guys, see this HDB port, HDB 1.5, right? 1.1. This is 9999. Okay. So if you forgot the port number, guys, to check the port number, so you can go for the server.xml file. Good. Some cases, guys, you given the connection pooling information in your application. You given the pool name, connection pool name, but you forgot like connection pool name. Yes, you forgot like connection pool name. If you forgot the connection pool name, we can go with like yes, if you forgot the connection pool name, you can go for the context.xml file. Okay. To get the connection pool information, we can go for the what? Context.xml file. Like that, guys, which contains the configuration details like username, passwords, like port numbers, like connection pooling information. Is all information present in what? Config folder, right? Exactly. This is like tomcat-user.xml file. This is all in the command mode. Only this is like user tomcat is there, right? This is like username password, right? Yeah. Very clear, right? Yeah. Yes, you can please try to check these two folders. One is a config folder and one is the config folder and bin folder. The remaining folder I will teach in tomorrow class. Okay. Yeah. Remaining folder I'll teach in tomorrow class. So today we'll get the clarity about the servlets. What exactly servlet? Yeah, you can save this. Just you can change the name here. You can save it. That's it. Automatically it change it. Can you change the password here, sir? Yeah, this is a text file, right? You can change the name here. Just you can save it. Then this is my username. Okay. Yeah. That's clear now. Servlet API. It's a user to write the programming at server side. Servlet is object execute server side. Servlet is object, guys, that receives a request from the client and generate the response to the response, right, based on the request. So API, it contains a class and interface to build application. Predefined support how many packages means total like 3 packages we have, but not only 3 packages, only 1 package. Remaining sub packages are there. Java X.Servlet package contains interfaces handling the normal request and response, normal request and what response. Yeah, HTTP package handling the HTTP request and response. The annotation package handling what annotations, right? Exactly. Because install the server. Once you install the server, we have like 7 folders you will get. Go to that location and check the 7 folders, right? Out of 7 folders, we discussed 2 folders, guys, bin folder and config folder. Bin folder contains the binary executables to start and stop the server. And yeah, config folder contains the configuration details of the server, right? Exactly. As you try to check this point, if you are looking for the nodes is present here. Just you can check the nodes. I'll share you the link for the nodes. Yeah, this is a data nodes, right?
Sir, can we also change the port number also?
Yeah, just what are the files I'm showing to you? Just you can change that names of port numbers or username passwords. You can save it. That's it. Automatically reflected. You try once. The password for this one is a Java is a password, guys. When you open this, is asking password. The password for that link is Java is a password.
Okay, and sir, you are typing notes on this protectedtext.com. Is there any Word file or any other note also?
Yeah, once the this is the daily notes what I'm sharing with you. But once if we complete the format fee payments, I'll share the PDF document.
Okay, sir.
Complete document to you regarding entry questions and regarding class complete notes.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that's all for the today class. Meet you tomorrow. We'll continue. Bye.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Tell me,
Hello.
tell me.
Everyday recorded video, can you provide?
I told you, right, Srinivasulu, if you come today, just you can call to office once, complete the fee payment so that they'll share you the recorded session every day.
Okay, okay.
Guys, I told you, just you can complete the fee payment today. They immediately they'll share you the PDF documents, interview questions, and a recorded session to your mail ID. The fees for this one is 5,000 if you want to. Yeah, interview questions, every topic I'll provide interview questions. Okay, every topic will provide interview questions. It's clear, right? Fees are fees 5,000. Yeah, so fees 5,000. Just you can call to that numbers one so that you'll get the clarity. Yeah, bye guys. Tomorrow we'll meet.